Out here at Live Oak Brewing. The two new Lassos from Mint just dropped. So first time in Royal Soft Plastic, and then also first time in the Sublime. Sublime turned out really nice. A little gummy, got a lot of shimmer in it. Some of these have like hints of like metal flake in them. And both of these are a triple foil. So no better way to figure out how things fly than just play an entire Lasso only round. So I've got two Royals, and since they have Royal Plastic now, I'm going to make myself putt with them. And then in addition to that, I've got a lightweight Eternal. They're usually pretty flat. Um, a heavier Eternal one. Got some nice swirls in this one. And then I've got a Flexi or soft Eternal. Got a little give to it. Might be a pretty good approach, hit and stick. And then I've got two Nocturnals. I've got one that's a little newer, kind of true to flight Nocturnal. And then this is my kind of beat up, the one I bag. Whoop, get that mint team up there. But yeah, figure Live Oak would be the perfect place to come throw Lassos only. There's a few holes. I'll throw the Lasso anyways, and then a few holes that'll make me get creative. So I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna basically challenge myself to play, I guess, best shot doubles with yourself. I don't know what you would call that, but since I'm throwing Lassos only, give myself a little advantage and see what I can shoot at Live Oak. So let's go have fun. I think for the first hole, I'm just gonna get my first impressions on the Sublime and the Royal. Sometimes throw a Lasso here, so let's see what these do. Let's go Royal first, since it's the first shot of the day. Usually don't love throwing Royal, but I'm gonna try and get over it today and see if maybe I've adjusted. Not great for a first shot of the day, but feeling a little rusty. I had a little flip up, so that one might actually be a little straighter, which you kind of expect from Royal. So here's the new Sublime. Oh, got it to stall. Longer putt than I want, but that's pretty good. All right, that Royal one didn't quite fight through the trees, but now we're gonna see how these things putt. Last round I played with Profits, it was a little hard. I'm so used to bullets, so this is probably pretty similar, but at least they're shallow, which I'm kind of looking forward to. So maybe I'll figure out my putt sometime today. I guess sometime is now. Well, nice bird to start. I do like putting with these a little more than Profits. So one thing a lot of people have been wondering if this would be a nice wind putter, or maybe people that putt with Profits switching to these if you don't like a bead and maybe a little bit shallower profile. Okay, that was a nice birdie to start. Now this is one of the holes that's pretty hard to birdie even with my full bag, and par is a challenge. So I'm just gonna try and play it simple, get one up there, just continue to learn how these fly on these first few holes. Hey, the Mando a little farther left. Royal's not completely straight, but I'm going to try and throw one of them mostly off the tee and see if we can beat it in just the course of a round, throwing it this much. I'm going to try and flex this. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah. Got stuck behind the tree. Gave it a little too much Annie. A little pinched here, but try and get around it somehow. Well, there's also this right side. Not great for camera, but I'm going to take that too. This is a very weird line. Let's see what I got. There goes nothing. Well, okay, that's not very good, so I'm going to try and flex something over here. Don't know what this lasso does, but let's see. Well, when I tried to flex around the tree, at least gave me kind of a circle 2 look, so see if I can stay hot with these putters to save par. Oh yeah, I'm so used to bullets. Woo! Bullets would have gone in on those lines. Oh well, I'll get used to them. There's the Live Oak Plains. Okay, these putts are going to get nervous with the new putter. Hopefully not too bad. Woo! Oops. Okay, well, save bogey. Gave that birdie back from hole 1. That's pretty a common occurrence even when I'm playing out here with my full bag. Okay, Give me another interesting hole for the lasso, but I'm gonna try and flex something maybe a little more stable, or I think more stable, and then just really rip my glow in and see if that'll work. So let's go the lightweight eternal first and try and give it some flex. Not really sure what else to do here because I don't have a forehand that can get there. That's for sure. Oh, I mean, slipped a little bit, gripped it, did something, but it's not bad. Now I'm just gonna really try and rip this one. Man, it's been a while since I played disc golf. Get off that. Okay, I think there's more of a headwind. I probably should have just tried and thrown two up there, but almost actually got me a putt, so that's actually pretty impressive. See if I can like flex a putt over this and at least get an easy par. Little baby jump. Ah, look kind of good. Okay, same line, don't hit that branch. Oh, not enough. Okay, still at par. Another slight headwind. There's another one I'm just gonna have to rip to hopefully get it there, but hopefully just don't land in the tall stuff too bad. This is the new Sublime. Get to the left. Yeah, and my current throwing power, I'm not birdieing these. Just keep easy pars and learn how these things fly, I guess. Here's my bagged nocturnal. I got a little farther. Don't mind the jet, actual fighter jet flying by, but Sublime went literally a foot farther. Just gonna try and start dialing in my approach. So give it a nice little touchy forehand. Hopefully get it close. Not putting pressure on putting. Oh boy. That's why you don't play disc golf without warming up. Okay, backhand approach. Be a little nicer. Okay, that'll do. That's that soft eternal, and it kind of just, I mean, the soft grass, everything's gonna stick, but just wanted to start getting that one. We'll just hit and stick. Pretty nice view of the dam and just the cliff of doom, but looks like another par save. Yeah, definitely like these more than profits, but again, I don't love a bead, and really I just love a really shallow putter, and so these are kind of closer to a bullet's depth. Okay, now this is the hole that definitely should get a birdie look. Also going to use an opportunity to get some flight comparisons. This is a hole I almost always throw a lasso, so we'll throw the two new ones first. Well, I'll throw the Sublime and the Nocturnal that I bag first, and then try the Royal just because of the flight comparison. But again, for my doubles round, I'm just going to take these first two. Let's go Sublime first. Pretty good, pretty good. It does have that kind of like pushing hyzer. Not really flipping up as much. I'm also throwing pretty soft. Here's a Nocturnal. Maybe go at it a little more. Ooh, wind slapped that one down. Nice fresh mows making these easy. Okay, let's throw a Royal. Sorry, I keep throwing those blue ones. I'm only beating up one of them, and one can kind of stay more like a putter. Really a tad less stable. Curious kind of to see the soft and the regular eternal ones. So here's a regular heavy eternal. I don't think I've thrown that in this round yet. I'm pulling all these too far right, but again, the distance is perfect. Okay, I don't want to pull this one because it's gonna hopefully stick a little more. And still pulled it. But yeah, those are some of the straighter ones. And went a little further. Okay, enough comparison. You get the point. Okay. Yeah, the wind slapped down the Nocturnal one. The Sublimes is a little bit ahead of it. Nocturnal's like edge of circle, Sublimes 20 feet. Really gotta get this birdie. Uh, the heavy eternal might actually be the closest one, but again, I'm gonna play these first two. Yikes. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I gotta commit more with these lassos. Yeah, here's that heavier eternal. The non-soft, probably about the closest one, unless this one snuck through this bush. Pretty much all of them, except for maybe the nocturnal, were all inside the circle. So that's pretty good, even though I pulled a lot of them right. Okay, this keg hole is pretty fun. Typically, I'll try and push a bullet straight up there, or actually, I do throw a lasso roller quite a bit. So I'm gonna try and throw my newer glow one, on a forehand, just try and get it up there, and then run my wild play, the bag the lasso forehand. Sorry, roller. So here's just a forehand. Just try and force myself to kind of keep it somewhat warm, even though it's usually trash. That'll be par. Okay, here goes the fun. Lasso roller, straight to the pin. No, I'm gonna hit the kegs. Whee! It's got the fun noise. That'll give me a putt. Oh man, getting flexible this morning. Dang. Okay. Gotta go right over this keg right in front of me, really. Dang. A little too difficult. Can I throw it in? Almost did. Alright, good old triple mando hole. I'm gonna try and flex a forehand, depending on how that goes with this new Sublime Lasso. Might just try and pump the soft one straight up the gut. Yikes. I don't like this shot. Not sure how to play that. Okay, let's push this up the gut and see what I can do. Ooh, always nervous. Well, made the mando. Well, I'm glad I made it on the second one. I really didn't want to have to post that on YouTube and debate what the actual rule is. I think I passed the mando, hit the pole behind it, and rolled back through the mando. So I think I would have had to go through the mando again, which would have made it interesting. But here I've got a very long look for maybe birdie, but hopefully an easy par. I'll give this a little soft bid since that one's close. Oh, toe toucher. Get my morning exercise in. This is fun brewery hole. Basket's up on top of that old brewery. It's one of the original Peace Parks, so one of the older courses in Austin that's unfortunately no longer here. They got one of the baskets and it's sitting up on that brewery. I'm gonna throw the soft eternal first. It seemed to have the most distance on hole 5. Pulled it a little bit, maybe a little too soft. That's the death putt you always want on this hole. Okay, I'm gonna go with the nocturnal lasso that I bag and really try and get into this one. Come on, wind, push it left, push it left. Again, I got the distance, but pulling a lot of things to the right. Okay, the nocturnal lasso went about pin high, but was way to the right. So this soft eternal, we've got a nice death putt. Really, the goal here is just hit metal and save the par, or maybe run it and get that bird. Well, I hit metal, so let's do that again and aim a little left. Oh, the fun's of this hole, but at least I didn't completely miss and go for the back-to-back death putts. Okay, this basket's just barely over the hill. We got a decent headwind, so I'm going to try to turn over a backhand again and then If not, let's give a safe forehand. Oh, that almost looked good, and then that stability of the lasso kicked in. Let's give a power forehand, which I don't have. It kind of wants to fight out, but it's not as torque resistant as you would expect from flight numbers. Okay, that first soft eternal didn't flex out too much, so I've got an edge of circle look. Let's try and bang this one. Dang it. Can't get them all, so that's the first 9 holes out here at Live Oak. I'll probably pause this video here and make another video going over the back 9. The back 9's much more scoreable. So far, really liking these lassos. The back 9's got more what I'll call lasso holes, so we'll really see how these new ones compare. Like I expected, learning to putt with Royal Lassos is different than bullets, but starting to kind of get used to them. You just gotta remember you gotta give them more give, but they feel comfortable in the hand. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one whenever I get this backline uploaded. Work's been killing me, so it's good to finally get out and get around and film some content just to have some fun. Thanks for watching.